but Seamus Award below the 200. Williams pulls the whip. He holds Eurozone at bay. Prince Harada Criterion, they're coming now down the outside. Seamus Award in front of Criterion and Thunder Fantasy. Seamus Award all the way. He wins it from Criterion.
Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Worms Whispers Racing Podcast, Australia Guineas Day. As always, I'm joined by Matty. How are you, Matty?
Good, Worm. How are you, mate?
Good, mate. Seamus Award.
I can't be upset with a Cox Plate winner. Just tell me, did it beat much in that field?
It was quite poor, but I think the second horse went pretty well. Criterion.
Yes, that is a fair call. Looking forward to Guineas Day.
Yeah, it's a ripper card. I thought it would be quite poor, but it's really got me excited and can't wait to hit it. As always, we have a special guest with us, and our lucky contestant this week is Popper. Popper, are you there?
Worm, Matty, how are you?
Oh, my God.
Hello, Popper. Popper, what continent are you joining us from today?
I am in Australia. I'm back down under. I heard the Rona's still on the rampage down here. I heard Putin's looking for people. I heard the zombies are back out on the streets, so you can never be too careful, boys.
Oh, what have we done? What have we done?
Get us back on track again.
Yeah. Listeners, we are now on YouTube, so if you want to see our two ugly mug faces, Matty and I, you can jump over to YouTube or keep listening via your podcast platform, but we are giving this YouTube video a crack. This episode is brought to you by Wishbet. If you're looking for a new online corporate bookmaker, please check them out. Either wishbet.com.au or type it in your Apple Store or Android store. Track stats. Rail out 2 metres, Flemington. Track stats mean nothing to me this week due to the 20 to 40 mil predicted rain on Friday midnight to Saturday race day. When it stops is still a question. If it stops before, I reckon we're going to be working on our soft 6 and 7. That's what Matty and I are going to work off. But if it rains during the race, we could be looking at a real sloppy track. My advice is to watch and act punters and base your tips out. And we've based our tips on a soft 6 and 7. So definitely watch and act. All right, Matty, buying shares in. Have you got anything for us this week?
Mate, we're not buying or selling anything, but we have got a couple of runners in our portfolio this week, Worm. We've got Pinstrop, which we bought into a couple of weeks ago. That was after we backed it. Nice win. And we've also got Gentleman Royal. And notes within our portfolio are saying that since it's been gelded, it's improved out of sight. Now, finds itself in the last race at Flemington this week. So, yes, a couple keep an eye on within the portfolio. How about yourself?
Yeah, my update is the New Zealand Derby this week in Elsley. We have two runners, Le Creek and Pinarello. Le Creek's $1.80 for their Derby and Pinarello's $4.20. I will talk about one of them later on. Cash out, Matty, you anything?
Oh, mate, nothing. No cash out, no cash out. Well, hold on. Yourself?
Well, I'm going to partially cash out because I'm going to give them a chance to redeem themselves. And that's going to be the MRC, Caulfield.
Don't know where you're heading with this.
Yeah, I'm a bit disappointed in how it is. I am a member, so I'm going to vent here. The Renault communication back in Boxing Day onwards has been poor. We never knew about the Renault starting. They just sent an email on Boxing Day saying Renault started. Parts of the facilities are off limits due to Renaults. So we didn't know anything about that. Now we move to the last 2 weeks. From what I'm hearing, the track manager has his hands tied. So someone's feeding him this information to water the track in the mornings. It's got to stop. Enough's enough. 2 weeks ago, they watered in the morning. The inside was off. Then they watered a bit less on Blue Diamond Day, and the rail was hot. I think it's just got to stop the watering in the morning. Let the track manager be the track manager. Please, enough's enough. But a bit of credit to us, Matty. We did highlight that rails and lane 1, 2, and 3 were going to be on fire at Caulfield on Blue Diamond Day. So if you didn't listen, you can give yourself an uppercut too.
people can cash out of themselves. Mate, you did remind me, I need to cash out of myself for not listening to my own podcast last week. I did say I wasn't going to let Sierra Sue get in my way this time round. The track got into my head, and I swapped that around to Rath in my quaddie. Luckily, it didn't cost me anything. I was out the next leg anyway, but can't believe I picked the trifecta and didn't make a cent in the race. So I'm going to cash out of myself.
Yeah. So that's the second time we've cashed out on you. The first week for not participating, and now this one. Beautiful. All right, let's move to race 3. What we are previewing races 3, 5, and 7 at Flemington. Couple around the ground, and all important. Pop up. You need to listen up. Pineapple of the week. This is where you're coming in late. So we'll jump in at race 3. We've got the odds, courtesy of Wishbet. $2.30 Rose Cortez, $5 Bermudez, $8 Rainbill, $9 Evening Glory, $10 Bonds Aboard, and $12 plus the rest. The speed map we have, it's going to be pretty tight. Imperial Edge should just lead them. Then we're going to have a bit of a wall of horses. Mainstream, Rainbill, Rose Cortez, Bermudez, maybe the Cisco's Kid, Evening Glory behind them, Superium and Richage, Bonds Abroad, and Vacillated to tail up the field. Now, run through a few of the runners. Number 2, Superium. I respect this horse, form around Overpass and Lost and Running. Might be just too far back, though, in contention. And 62 kilos is just my little worry. Too negative for me, and first time down the straight. Number 4, Mainstream. Been a total tease, this horse, for punters, but went forward last start. Might have found a new life and sucked more people in. Has good form around Moorabbie, Scorched Earth, and in the boat. Brings that form and jumps on speed. It's a chance, but my worry is 2 starts down the straight and beaten 9 to 6 lengths. Number 7, Bermudez. Hard in the market. Lighthouse form from December reads really well. Bit worried. 1200 might be a bit sharp for it and only had 1 jump out. Number 9, Rose Cortez. I'm scared of this horse. Its track and distance is good. I think it's 2 from 2. And has improved out of sight. Big figure for start 3 and almost equaled it last start. I'm just wondering if it's peaked. If the track is rain affected, it's had no starts past a good 4. Can win though. The one I'm happy to land on is number 6, Rainbill. Form around Lobato, Menage, Moorabbie reads really well in my eyes. No issue on a rain affected track. I'm tipping the barriers will be closer to the outside than the inside. Normally like that down the straight. And it'll be nice, it'll be down the middle. It's had 2 lovely jump outs for this. First up record's good too. And around the $8, I'm happy to make this a bet. Thoughts, Matty?
Interesting. When you mentioned you were quite keen on something in race 3, I looked straight to number 9, Rose Cortez. Thoughts on it? I thought it was an on-topper, but be interested to hear your thoughts.
Yeah, its improvement from start 2 to 3 is huge. Doesn't surprise me with Graham Bragg. He can do that. They just run a massive figure. His track and stats is the one I wanted to be on if it was a good track. There's no doubt about it. Pushing hard, chips in, but just nothing past a good 4 by Written Tycoon, I believe. And yeah, just a short price. I reckon he'll get out if it's going to be a soft 6 or 7 or worse. So if you like it, maybe wait. But I just can't take the price if it's going to be that sort of rain-affected track.
That's fair. It's a fair call.
All right, Wishbet promo time. Wishbet is offering your stake back in bonus bet up to $50 if your runner finishes second on any race scheduled for Friday, the 4th of March between 6 p.m. and 9 p.m. AEDT. This applies to fixed odds win bets and includes all codes of racing, greyhounds, harness, and thoroughbreds. Matty, how good's that? Sit at the pub or home after work, bet on the Wishbet between 6 and 9, and you finish second, you receive a bonus bet up to $50.
How good is that? You can be certain that no one else is offering that.
No, well, there'd be a couple out there that would offer you one bet return or a couple of little here, but this is 3 hours of power, I call it.
Giddy
So
up.
I know what I'm doing Friday night. All right, race 5. It's me again. I'm not prepared here, so bear with me. You still with us, Pop? Just want to make sure you're alive there with your mask on, breathing well.
All good. Safe and well.
Good. Good. You listening hard?
Hardly listening.
Beautiful. All right. We'll go. The odds are Overpass, $2.20. Able Willie, $4.80. Shadow Devil, $7. Sneaky 5, $8. And $13 the rest. Speed map, it is, I think Overpass and Lord Paramount will be a good length in front of the others and be sole leaders, those two. Then you're just going to have Well in Sight, Pegasi, he's exceptional, Spellcatcher, Able Willie, maybe even Sneaky 5 behind him, and the rest will be just out back. One thing I noted with this race, yes, it's a special English race, but this race is basically a benchmark 70 race. You've got your couple of horses that are sitting at handicap ratings of 105 and 90s, but then it falls away really quickly in the 70s and the 60s, and there's even a handicap rater of a 55. So base this race, well, I have around a benchmark 70. Few of the runners, number 2, he's exceptional. Total Forgive first up, cops a check at the 600 metre mark. I think River Twain just sharply came across, almost fell, never, and then down the straight, never got out. Must respect the SP here. Was $2.30 in an open benchmark 86. I think it's around $20, so that's maybe one for the multiples. Number 4, Sneaky 5. Hasn't shown much at the jump outs, but it did that last time first up and flew down the outside and won. My only worry is barrier 1 might not be in the best ground. Number 9, Able Willie. Forget last start, barrier 6, and jockey finds the inside rail, and the inside was off. I think it's bloody stupid that. Was second up there, now third up. Waller is deadly third and fourth up. Clearly chasing a good track. I don't think it gets it. I have a big opinion of the horse, and hopefully we get to see it one day, but it has to be on a good track. So please put this in your black booker because it will be winning on a good track. Number 11, Shadow Devil. The horse is 2 from 2. Huge last start, great win, blocked up, sat last, hit the line, powerful. A trial since shows it's ticking over very nicely, bringing some X factor. Trainer wouldn't be bringing it from Sydney for a good time, might be the saver horse of the race, but the horse I've landed on and feeling super confident on is number 1, Overpass. Geez, it has some good form lines. Last prep was up against Home Affairs in the Coolmore and didn't have any luck. Paul Lely in the Roman Console. Last 2 starts has been running an open grade. Beat Forbidden Love, who went on to win last week, and then lost and running last start. Finished second to, who will probably go close in the Newmarket next week. Now in a benchmark 70 race. It's time to launch punters. Bet until your nose bleeds. But of course, gamble responsibly. Overpass just wins. Matty, thoughts?
Worm Overpass rating of 105. Its next closest, Sneaky 5 at 92.
Yep.
Then we drop away to, as you mentioned, around about the 70s. Can you just explain that to us? How does this happen?
No, it's just a special English race. Any horse purchased out of the English sale, I think Melbourne or Sydney. I'm not 100% sure, but it's definitely English. You're entitled to a $753,000 race.
And you're only being penalised a couple of kg. Wow.
Yeah. It's a I can't see this start. If we predict what the track will be, he loves the soft, so I think this starts easily $1.70, $1.80 once punters wake up to it and the big syndicates can get on.
Very good.
All right, nothing to add then.
Nothing to add. No, I think you've landed one there, mate.
I hope so. If you want to be like Popper and be part of the podcast and the pineapple segment, then you need to be part of my subs. The month of March is free, so join up and get involved. in the subs, you'll get speed maps into the races we bet in. You can ask questions about runners you like that day. And the best thing is every Saturday morning you receive an audio update for Flemington, especially this week, and how I feel the track will play, track conditions, and my picks for each race, and a comment on the dangers. Last week, we tipped the subs into Finance Tycoon, Flying Mascot, Cascadian, and Defibrillate in the last. And this is all free in March. So if you want to get involved, email me. It's in the channel description. Twitter, Instagram, hit me up and I'll get you involved. 1 week, 2 week, or just for the whole of March. Experience some wins. Matty, we'll move to race 7.
Thank you, Worm. Have you got the odds in front of you?
I do.
Thank you.
They're coming. We have Profundo, $4.40. Haitotsu, $4.60. Captivant, $6.50. Pinstripe, $7.50. Forgot You, $8.50. And $14 plus the rest.
Perfect. A couple of talking points to run through here. First one is just the pace in this race. So I think you're going to see Rhinoceros and Brasaro move forward. They're kind of from the inside to middle gates. Then I think Zarel is probably one from out wide. You might find a couple who decide to push forward early as well. The main reason for that is you're going to have an enormous midfield battle, and that's the second talking point here. You could have up to 12 horses all vying for very similar positions as they go around the turn. Wouldn't be surprised if they're 4 wide going into the turn here. So it's going to be a bit of a messy race as they sort themselves out, and it may find a couple who do find themselves 4 wide struggling as they straighten up. So do keep that in mind. Lastly, in terms of the class in this field, you're around 5 or 6 horses, and they're where we're going to focus our attention. The market's definitely found them, but we'll talk through them. I'll talk through my 4 usuals and mention a couple of others as well, which would be worth putting in a quaddie. First one is Haitotsu. Vic Derby winner last start over 2,500. It did have a very solid trial behind Forget You. Now, it will jump midfield, and at best, because it is jumping from the inside, Corona Lads in barrier 1 at the moment most likely won't get a start. So most likely, at best, it could find itself on the rails 1 back, potentially 2 back. But it's going to sit a lot closer than a lot of these other horses out wide. So it's going to get an exceptionally easy run in the race, peel out on the corner, and it does have a turn of foot, which could challenge quite a few of these. So I think Johnny Allen from barrier number 2, which will most likely move into barrier number 1, will have some work to do on the corner while they're straightening up, but definitely got the turn of foot across 1,600 metres to scare a few of these. Second one is Forget You. Very impressive run first up behind Pinstripe. Really liked its Caulfield Guineas run where it ran 6th against Animo. Here, it'll be able to sit a lot closer than where it did within that Guineas race, where I think it fell to 2nd or 3rd last and just gave itself way too much work to do. But from a midfield position, it should be able to build into this race really quite nicely. So Forget You, it's one of the class horses within this field, and I can see it making a lot of ground up across the last 300-400 metres. So Forget You, it will look very much like a winner at some stage. Profundo. Now, first up at this distance, and in every start it's had as stacked up. Like it is the most exciting colt in the country, bar none. My concern is this potentially a little too sharp for it first up? Interesting to see where it's going to go from the gate. It's one of the horses which I'm extremely concerned that he's going to sit 3-4 wide. Maybe it is just too good for these, though. Maybe sitting 3-4 wide won't be an issue. It'll roll out, probably be similar to Animo in the Caulfield Guineas last year, and maybe it'll just burn them. So it has the class. I am concerned, and at the price, it's one that I can definitely take, but there are some concerns. So it's definitely not an all in. The one that I do find that has a lot of ticks within this race is Captivant, and that's my on top selection for this race. Worm. Now it's sat 3 wide in the Caulfield Guineas and 5 wide around the bend. The only horse to beat it was Animo, which sat 6 wide, and it got beat by an extremely good horse. I think we'd all acknowledge that. Last start was the exact warm up it needed. The mapping looks quite good here. I think it could definitely be one of those horses. I don't think it will find itself 3 or 4 wide. It looks like it should be able to get some cover. It'll have a couple sitting in front of it and a couple inside, which will jump at a similar pace. So if it does get some cover, if it does sit too wide, it'll probably have a couple sitting on its outside. It'll get to the corner again, and it'll be about 4 or 5 wide, and it'll be building into the race exceptionally well. So Captivant is the one for me, which I will be backing. Isn't favourite. I think it's around $6.50, $7 in the market. Can definitely see why Provondo is favourite at $4.40. But Captivant's the one I like in this worm. How are your thoughts in this?
Yeah, it's really. I think it's a really good race. It's going to be high pressured. It's interesting. Like I heard, how Totsu's been going really well on the training track. They're really happy with it, and then same as Pinstripe, they hear about Profondo coming down, and they oh no, oh no. Um, yeah, like I think Profondo. It's not ideal. First up, high pressured, coming down here on the float as well after a jump out on Monday. I think he's a pretty good horse, and he's going to be something special. 1,600 though, I just don't know. I'll probably have to have a saver on it. It's not ideal saver on the fave, but the one that's pricked my ears is Forgot You. Its whole prep, it's been back. It's had a few bad barriers, and then it's had some good ones, and they're going back on it. I did say it had blinkers first up, and I was like, "What the hell are they doing?" And now they stay on. He does go better as a blinker horse. He ran super last start, as you mentioned, Matty. If they sit midfield and use the barrier, and I think Mark Zara will, he's got to be a huge chance at $8.
Absolutely. It's coming from 11s and 12s, so it's the
Yeah,
one that they've found.
yeah.
Mark Zara, it's in barrier 6 at the moment. It'll come in
Yep.
one if Corona Lad doesn't get. So perfect barrier 5. It's going to sit a lot closer than what it has previously.
There's no need to go back on it. Like, just use the bloody barrier. Good barrier, use it. Like, fair enough. He's got a nice turn of foot, but be a bit closer. Don't be up front, but just be closer. Give us punters a go. Respect Pinstripe. I think he's a nice horse. If Haitotsu and Profondo weren't there, he'd be a real serious player. Just worried how far back he'll get on it. MD's riding well, though. Haitotsu, first up, same with Profondo. If the noise is true, what's coming out, he's a serious horse. Yeah, that's
Look,
yeah.
as I mentioned, there were 6 class horses in this field that I found. We went through 4 of them. You mentioned another in Pinstripe, and the others Lightsaber. It'll be around the mark. I just see those 2 horses probably just being a very, very slight rung below the other 4 we mentioned. Just before we do move on, though, one that I did want to mention at very decent odds is Predeturn. Now, it broke its maiden last start at Sandown after being in some decent races previously. It was very impressive. Look, it's going to need to probably take a sit from a very wide gate after Coast Watch was scratched. It's now in the second furthest gate in barrier number 16, but it's definitely got the ability, if they go too fast in front, to make ground late. So if it does get a very, very easy run, it's going to need to work its way through the field. But at $41, $46, it's the one that I found within the field that I thought was overs.
I reckon you wait on it because it hasn't seen anything worse than a good 4. Turn me loose like the wet. If If you do like it, I suggest wait. Coming out of maiden is not ideal, but I totally agree. If you wait, you probably get 80s on race day, and hey, he might give you a chance. Look who won last year at $300. Popper, did you have an idea for the Guineas? You came on saying in the pre-production, I got one.
I've got a couple, but for the Guineas, yeah, I do. I
Yeah.
do like the form that you boys have mentioned. So I think you're on the money. But I think also if it does come down from Sydney to race, number 8, I think the Waller horse might be a chance for an each way chance,
Ranch hand.
especially if there is some pace on in the race.
Yeah, okay. I'll respect that. Willow is engaged on Coast Watch.
Coast Watch has been scratched.
It's been scratched. No, well, that means Ranch Hand's staying, Pop Up. So you're a live ticket. Lucky number 8.
Lucky number 8, indeed.
All right, we'll move to around the ground. I'll kick it off first because my first one's at Ararat, race 4, number 14. Sonora, first up, was on a track at Warwick Nabil where you need to really lead, and nothing went right for it. Sat on the rail, midfield, waiting for gaps, and as it's a short turn, and he launched late, just missed. Good first up run, or first start. Second start at Cranbourne. Thought it was the goods that day. He's coming out of a real form race. That form, Footlights was in it. Yafeet and Rhinoceros, all city class horses. Jumped on the bunny that day. They just went too bloody quick. Had no chance. Obviously spelled after that. Has had 2 soft jump outs for this first up assignment. Barrier 13 is a touch sticky, but I reckon Harry Coffey will go forward, and I sent it to the subs at $3.50. Matty.
Thank you, Worm. So we're going to stay in Melbourne. Again, Sydney track looking like a heavy 10. So we're going to steer clear this week. Hopefully we'll be back up and running up in Sydney next week. But we'll stay in Melbourne. Let's have a crack at some of these quaddy leagues, mate. Race 7, Inspirational Girl. Now, nothing against Aki, but Inspirational Girl meets it significantly better in the weights here. Loved its last 800 feet.
Race 6.
Perfect, thank you. Meets it much better in the weights. Last 800 metres against Tofane was sensational. So, again, if you do like Zaki, now Zaki's been dual nommed as well, has it, Worm?
It has, but it is at Flemington as we are talking.
Perfect, very good. So, Inspirational Girl up against Zaki. Look, it will be a sensational race, and I will be on Inspirational Girl. We'll jump to race 8. Now, this is one that we...
Hang on, Matty. I'll add. Blinkers go on for Inspirational Girl. That tells me there's intent to be winning this to get a spot in the All-Star Mile.
In which race?
Oh, sorry. Can't believe I brought it up. Well played. All right, move on.
All right. So we're gonna move to race number 8. I had I was one in front of myself. Now this is one that we have back before, Worm. Maliva. It did get scratched. It hasn't run since. This is its next start since being scratched. Now, when we did back it last time, Worm, it was in a field that I graded better than this. So it's one that I want to be on again here and doesn't meet any better horse than when I was doing the form last time when it did get scratched. So Maliva in race number 8, that will be a play for me here. Currently around the $6 mark.
I would be, if you're a layer, I'll be laying Brooklyn Hustle. I didn't like its jump out at Balnarring. So if you're a layer, I'd be laying Brooklyn Hustle.
Very nice. And we'll round out in the last leg. Now, it is a very competitive race number 9, but we're going to stick with our portfolio. Gentleman Roy, as we mentioned up the start of this podcast, since it's been gelded, has just found another level. Really has. Now, the one that I think will challenge Gentleman Roy will be Yonce. and I almost see this as being a 2-horse race. It is exceptionally competitive, but these two are a level above the rest of the competition here. So Gentleman Roy staying at that 1,600 metres. Beat Tuvalu last start, very impressive. At 5s, I'm quite happy to find out. So Gentleman Roy to round it out for me at Flemington.
Beautiful. I'll go to Elsley, race 9, the New Zealand Derby, number 14, Le Creek. Happy to take this horse over Pinarello. Le Creek just oozes class, looks a serious horse. Barrier 1, no concern. We'll win Saturday by probably 3 lengths and take the $1.80, put it in your multis, and we'll have a fill up. Popper.
Yes, sir.
What is your around the ground / best bet?
I'm going back to the last at Flemington, and I'm going to take Matty on. I do like his form, but they're too short for me, and I've got something, an absolute fill up. Get out of jail stakes at $15. Number 13, Unique Artist. Launch in. When Stokes sends him across the ditch, you got to take him seriously, and he has the best jockey on, Jamie Carr, straight to the bar.
Stokes trains out of Pakenham, mate.
Wasn't he an Adelaide horse? Adelaide trainer?
Yeah, but he's come over to Pakenham. But he did go to Adelaide last start, so he's brought it back.
I did say the ditch. There is a few shit old suburbs in between Flemington and Pakenham.
Oh, you're a funny man.
So, Popper, Unique Artist in the last at 15s, an absolute fill-up. Okay, very good. We like it.
I'm launching into it. I also have a lovely multi, which a place multi. As you know, I like my outsiders.
Talk to us.
A place multi, a total multi value of 2,000 to 1.
Oh.
Put $5 on it, and celebrate with me. Flemington race 5, number 2. Race 6, number 8. Race 7, number 8. Race 8, number 12. And race 9, number 13. Place multi, $5 on.
Have we got names for those horses?
We do have names.
Can you just read the names out?
Okay, so on race 5, He's Exceptional.
Yep.
Race 6, Purple Sector.
Yep.
Race 7, Ranch Hand. Race 8, It's Me. And race 9, Unique Artist. Place.
Wow. We know where you'll be going at the end of the night if that lobs.
Absolutely.
Well played, mate. I like it. All right. All-important pineapple of the week.
I'll hand it back.
Yes. Matty, it was a good bet. It just unlucky, mate. You should be having the reins still, but it's not. It's with me.
That is the game.
It is. Right. Flemington, race 5, number 1, Overpass. As I said before, this is a huge class edge of the field. Big drop in grade. Overpass to win at the $2.20 now. It could easily start at $1.70. Now, Popper, you can come with me and take Overpass, guaranteed money. Or if you don't want guaranteed money, you can have a look at Matty. You can have a look at Matty's mystery box.
Well, sometimes people say I am allergic to money. So I'd like to have a look at Matty's box.
Oh, you're kidding me. I'm guaranteeing you money.
Matty's box.
Okay. Popper, you did give us a very intriguing place multi. So the mystery box is going to reward you with one of your own. We're going to stay in Melbourne, and the horses that we just read out from around the grounds, they are going to be bundled up in a place multi. Inspirational Girl, Maliva, and Gentleman Roy.
I like it.
Currently, 3 horses paying around $7.50.
Beautiful. Let's get some value.
You're kidding me.
Mystery box. Okay, so mystery box is 2 from 2. Pineapple is still on naught.
This is not how the segment's meant to run. That's all right. I hope it lobs for you, Popper. I just remember I will be in your dreams when mine lobs and you go 0 from 3, Popper.
It's okay. Unique Artists will get us out.
Thank you for joining us, Pop-Up. You've been a marvel.
Thank you, gents.
So I wish you all the best. With that money will be with WishBet. So wish you all the best. Hope you have a fill up. Matty, thank you for joining me as always.
Thank you, Worm. Everyone enjoy their day out at headquarters.
Yeah, it's going to be a great day. Hope you fill your pockets up. Hope you enjoyed the show. Please rate us on Spotify. Like us on YouTube. Whatever you need to do, please give us a like so we can share it and share the love with more punters. So enjoy your weekend, guys, and thank you for joining us.